Today we have some incredible stories of survival to share with you, as well as the perfect adoption special for all of our cat friends out there. That and so much more right here on Pets on Parade. Good afternoon and welcome to Pets on Parade, brought to you by 3TV. My name is Kelsey Dickerson with the Arizona Humane Society. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. Now we have some absolutely incredible pets who have some incredible stories, including the absolutely beautiful Scruffy here, who doesn't quite live up to her name, but is as cute as they come. We'll meet her in just a bit. And today we have a very important message from a familiar face. We'll tell you all about Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Month and what you can do to help pets here in the Valley. And this POP, we have lots of buff and orange tabby kitties on the show, so get ready for a ginger kitty overload. We'll introduce you to the adorable Buff in just a few minutes. The good side of him, not the bad side. But first, let's meet a spicy little kitten who is my co-host today. This is Chili. He's 10 weeks old and was brought to the Arizona Humane Society in early March, almost exactly a month ago, when he and his litter mates were found in a backyard. This sweet little kitty found his way to foster hero Tammy's house, where he went for weight gain and to get treatment for an ulcer caused by a URI that he had in the back of his mouth. And now that he's back to 100%, he's raring and ready to take on the world. And if you're looking for a sweet kitty to join your home, make sure to visit Chili today. And our first adorable pup of the show is a sweet girl who may not take after her name. And we also have an awesome helper with us today, Perry.
Right, Kelsey. This is John, one of the great supporters of the Arizona Humane Society, a loyal Pets on Parade watcher for many, many years, so thanks, John. Little Scruffy right here came to us as an owner surrender, and unfortunately her owner became ill and was no longer able to take care of her, which happens actually quite frequently. However, the relative that did bring Scruffy into us has said that Scruffy has lived with dogs, cats, kids, is good with everybody and everything, and I can attest to that for the few minutes I've spent with her. And as you can see, she's just great with strangers of all kinds, so she's being a really, really good girl here today. You know, when you do have a pet, or whether you have one currently, you're thinking of getting one, you've got to have a plan as to what's going to happen with that pet if you fall into a situation like her owner did, where you're not able to take care of her any longer. You just don't assume that your friends and your family is going to take care of your pet. We see many situations like that where they're left with them, they turn them right into us. So don't assume that it's going to happen. So have a plan of some sort. If you are having trouble right now currently with rehousing a pet, please give the Arizona Humane Society a call, or Pet Resource Center. They answer 90,000 calls a year, and a lot of those calls are for the situations like this, trying to find alternative forms of housing for pets. So please give them a call. But in the meantime, come on down and give this little beautiful girl a home.
Oh my God. Yes, look how adorable she is. Thank you so much, gentlemen. And now we have an absolutely handsome kitters who's as sweet as his name. Bree, please tell us about Creme.
Creme is wonderful. He is such a sweetheart. He's about 10 weeks old, and he came to us super sick and very much under the weather, and his eyes were all goopy, and he was not feeling well at all. He got to stay with foster hero Marilyn, and she took excellent care of him because he's very well adjusted. He's a sweet little kitten. He's been playful. He's been inquisitive about the studio here, but he is such a delight. He really could use a good home, though. That, I think, would be his next step in his little kittenhood life, to spend a good time with you. So definitely come down and meet him.
Oh my goodness, yes, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much, Bree. And we want to tell you about Percival, who was brought to AHS by a Good Samaritan who had attempted to care for him without any luck. He was unable to keep any food down for a week, and his caretaker knew that he needed help. Percival was given an x-ray in our Second Chance Animal Trauma Hospital that you see right there, and it was quickly discovered that something was stuck in his throat, bones. Our trauma hospital's own Dr. Wickler was able to carefully remove them with forceps while Percival was under anesthesia. fascia, so no surgery necessary there. We believe these are the bones of either a small rodent or lizard that Percival was eating when they became stuck in the back of his throat. We're happy to share that Percival has since been adopted, and from now on will enjoy a diet of cat food like the spoiled house cat that he is. Way to go, Dr. Wickler and Trauma Hospital team. And our next little puppy is always a happy-go-lucky girl who has a big smile on her face every time I see her. But she's definitely interested in that stuffed animal right now, Lisa.
She is. This one, of course, she likes the one that's as big as she is. This is Lala. She is about 5.5 pounds. And don't forget the half, because when you're this tiny, you need your extra half a pound. She was an owner surrender from a house that had too many pets. And Chihuahuas can have, on average about 5 per litter, and 2 or 3 pets can easily turn into something super overwhelming if they aren't spayed or neutered. So luckily Lala was brought to us. Super social, as you can see. She's shaking a little bit, but she's a Chihuahua. That's what they do. They shake to let you know they love you until they decide that you're their person. So don't let that make you nervous. She's very sweet. But spaying and neutering is the only way that we are going to be able to get out of pet overpopulation situations. So please make an appointment. We have low-cost options at both our Sunny Slope and South Mountain clinics for spaying and neutering. And don't be one of those people that just has 2 or 3 animals that turns into 30 before you know it, and you need help from the Humane Society. It also is good for their health. So little Lala here is now spayed, so she will never have to worry about babies on this tiny little body. So come down and meet her. She is just a sweet thing. She gives you little kisses on the face. Very, very gentle little girl.
Very sweet, and she's definitely kept her little Chihuahua shape. I love it. Thank you so much. Now, can you open your home to a single dog mom and her pups? We currently have 4 mom dogs who are in need of a foster hero while they nurse their puppies. When the puppies have been weaned, mom can return to the shelter to get spayed and find a home of her own, and the puppies will need to remain in foster until they've gained enough weight to be spayed and neutered, and will then also venture on the road to adoption. Each of the furry families currently needing foster are looking for temporary homes for the next few weeks. Can you provide a calm, loving home to a single dog mom and her babies? If you can, become a foster hero today at azhumane.org/foster. I think most of us can agree that cheese is pretty great, but we'd venture to say that a kid named after a cheese is even better, Bree.
Oh, yeah. This little Cheddar, he is such a delight. I know it looks like I didn't change cats, but we're doing Buff Tabby Day. Cheddar is about weeks old. He was actually found in the Good Samaritan's backyard by their dog, abandoned and just needing help. So he came to stay at AHS, and he had a fever and he was not feeling well, but now he's happy and healthy and ready to be adopted. But something that we really do need help with at the shelter is fostering. So if you have a special place in your home that you're able to open up and help a little guy like Cheddar, I know that Cheddar's friends would really appreciate it. But come down and meet him. He is just too cute.
Oh, my goodness. I almost want to name him Cheez-It because you just can't get enough.
Right.
Thanks so much, Bree. Now make sure to keep it tuned right here to Pets on Parade. We'll be talking to the amazing Ruthie from our own field and rescue team, so don't change that channel.